Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something genuinely fascinating. We're unpacking a technical architecture document, specifically the blueprint for a next-generation migration platform called VANHSYA Global Migration. And look, what we have here is absolutely not just a basic wireframe. It is a comprehensive engineering-grade prompt that's designed to guide both human developers and autonomous AI agents in building a super sophisticated enterprise-quality web app. We're going to break down exactly how this blueprint leverages modern web tech to completely flip the script on the user experience in the migration sector. So let's kick things off with a massive question. How do you actually build trust in an industry that, let's be real, is often filled with doubt? I mean, when you're looking to migrate, you are making a life-altering decision. People are understandably highly sensitive to scams, hidden fees, and false promises. So if you're designing a digital platform from absolute scratch for this space, how do you hard-code trust directly into the user interface? Well, the VANHSYA blueprint tackles this head-on with a pretty bold philosophy: absolute transparency over cheap marketing tricks. The instructions literally mandate, and this is a direct quote, "Do not use fake stats or testimonials. All numbers start from zero." In a world where it feels like every site launches with fabricated claims of thousands of happy customers, this architecture demands strict authenticity. You only let real clients post their stories after the launch. It's a really powerful design choice that instantly sets a baseline for enterprise-quality UX, rooted in pure, unadulterated transparency.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. The VANHSYA blueprint, 2. Public marketing modules, 3. Smart AI migration tools, 4. The client dashboard, and 5. Engineering standards and UX.
All right, starting off with Section 1, the VANHSYA blueprint. It's super interesting to see how this raw code tree maps perfectly into big-picture structural concepts. We've got the app directory handling all the routing, so keeping the public marketing pages, the secure dashboard portal, and the authentication flows nicely separated into clean silos. Then, the components folder acts as this incredibly modular library for everything from AI tools to little interactive UI widgets. Finally, the lib directory is doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. We're talking server actions, API utilities, and really strict data validation using XOD schemas so that absolutely no bad data breaks the system. It's just a beautifully clean separation of concerns. Moving right along to Section 2, public marketing modules. Now, the contrast here between the traditional clunky old VANHSYA sites and this new VANHSYA standard is just night and day. The old way usually relies on really cheesy stock art and, unfortunately, often ignores users with disabilities completely. But the VANHSYA standard demands this sleek, futuristic UI. It uses frosted glass effects, glass morphism, professional deep blue and cosmic gradients, and super readable fonts like Inter or Space Grotesque. And crucially, it bakes top-tier area accessibility, like full keyboard navigation and high contrast modes, directly into the design requirements from day one. It just proves that an app can look incredibly premium while still being fully accessible to everyone. And the marketing setup here is really robust. We're talking modular service pages for work, study, and family visas, plus these highly dynamic country guides that outline very specific market trends and requirements. Also, the team bios explicitly forbid listing fake awards, again, reinforcing that core trust. But to keep things fun, they've baked in a gamified monthly lucky draw for discounted services. It's honestly such a clever strategy to capture leads without losing that premium professional feel. Next up, Section 3, Smart AI Migration Tools. Because listen, this is definitely not your average static brochure sites. They're deploying AI agents right on the homepage to actively build utility and trust instantly. The blueprint outlines a scam detector to help users flag fraudulent external offers, an eligibility bot to give them a rapid assessment of their chances, a document wizard to cut through the massive pile of paperwork, and even a custom CV builder. By handing users these high-value AI utilities totally upfront, the platform turns what is normally a wildly stressful research phase into an empowering, highly interactive experience. Let's pivot to Section 4, the client dashboard. Once you actually get inside the secure portal, it is a completely integrated environment. Say goodbye to wondering what on earth is happening with your visa application. You get a highly personalized application tracker, plus an AI document generator that's specifically tuned for the application process, and secure messaging so you can chat directly with your advisors. But the really brilliant part? There's a built-in referral system tied directly to a digital wallet. This wallet logic supports multiple currencies and literally rewards clients for bringing in new users. It creates this amazing self-sustaining ecosystem of verified, satisfied clients.
Finally, we hit Section 5, Engineering Standards and UX.
The commitment to pure code quality in this blueprint is no joke. It strictly demands TypeScript interfaces across the entire board to keep data structures completely predictable and bug-resistant. It also heavily leans on React server components. That means the server takes care of the heavy lifting before the page even loads for the user, which gives massive performance gains, saving the client-side rendering strictly for the interactive elements. And like we mentioned, they are rigidly enforcing that flawless area accessibility standard. This is an architecture built not just to work, but to work perfectly across literally any device for any user.
To keep all of this rock solid, the architecture mandates a super rigorous, completely automated CI/CD pipeline, so continuous integration and continuous deployment. Every single piece of code hits automated tests to catch errors early, then it goes through linting to keep the styling totally consistent, followed by a compilation build, and boom, automated deployment directly onto Vercel. Having this pipeline means updates can be pushed out rapidly and safely without ever risking a broken experience for the end user.
So, when you put it all together, Next.js 15+, strict TypeScript, Tailwind CSS for rapid styling, and Freemer Motion for those really buttery micro-interactions, developers are laying the ultimate foundation for a wildly performant, visually stunning web app. Every single hover, tap, and page transition is purposefully designed to feel premium, frictionless, and totally secure. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative thought. This entire document we just looked at, it was explicitly designed as a prompt for an autonomous engineering agent, like Claude. If an AI can just ingest a master structural blueprint like the VANHSYA architecture, effortlessly combining strict transparency rules, cutting-edge tech stacks, and incredibly complex business logic all in one go, how long until these massive enterprise-grade platforms are just generated entirely on demand? It completely flips the script on how we approach web development, shifting us away from typing every single line of code and turning us into the master architects of digital trust. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive.